graph y equals 3 times the square root of x minus 1 minus 4 using integer values. What that means is we want our table to have whole numbers and not decimal numbers in it, because square roots, there's not very many numbers that you can take the square root of, so we're trying to find the numbers that are friendly. To do this, we need to find what our h number is. We have a horizontal translation of the minus belongs to the formula, so I'm going to say my h number is the opposite of that. H number is positive 1. If I think of numbers that work with a square root function, normally square numbers 0, 1, 4, and 9 would be good options, because if I square root those, I get whole numbers back. Since I have the minus 1, I will adjust with my h number, and I'll put a plus 1 on each one of these to figure out what I want to use in my actual table. So I'm not going to use 0, 1, 4, 9. I'm going to use 1, 2, 5, and 10 as good options. If I plug those into this particular function, I should get nice whole number outputs, and that's what I have on the side of my table over here. I'm going to plug in where that box is. I'm going to plug a number in that I came up with in my table. I have a 1 for this round. So, filling out each one of these here. Minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 4, minus 4, minus 4. I'm going to plug in 2, 5, and 10. If I were to run these in a calculator, I would get the following outputs. The first output would be negative 4, then it would be negative 1, 2, and 5. And there's a certain pattern that goes along with that. You might recognize it as we go through here, but those are the numbers that give us, those are the x numbers that give us whole number y numbers on the output. We need to put those ordered pairs on the graph and draw this curve. First order pair is 1, negative 4, so right 1, down 4, right 2, down 1, right 5, up 2, and then 10, 5. Something like that. Now, with square root functions, that first ordered pair represents the 0 ordered pair, because that's what we based it off of. We cannot take the square root of a negative number, so this graph is only going to go to the right. We cannot go to the left, because that means we would be trying to square root a negative number. My graph is just going to go to the right from that first dot. So that would be what your graph should look like.